Hey guys, I'm Adam Ronan. Welcome to episode 2 of the Boss Battle Show. Pixel Mondays, we're going to talk about Bethesda's new E3 conference. We're going to talk about Titanfall 2, and we're going to talk about Star Wars Battlefront 3 rumors. Check it out. First things first, Bethesda announced that they're going to hold their very own E3 press conference this year for 2015. They're pulling off some serious Nintendo shit by holding their own conference. It's me. There's no other details known, but speculation between fans is that they're going to announce Fallout 4, and me personally, I'm hoping for the next entry in the Elder Scrolls Saga. Airing Sunday, June 14th, Bethesda will show everything off on their own Twitch channel. Hopes and dreams between nerds alike are for Fallout 4. And follow up to Skyrim. I could care less about Fallout 4. I played it for a minuscule amount of minutes and it just didn't appeal to me personally. But you know, Skyrim was my shit. Skyrim, I would say, besides Legend of Zelda and some of the older titles, was my very first RPG that I really sunk my teeth into. So right now all that Bethesda has is Doom 4, which is coming out later this year, plus the free-to-play game called Battlecry. And they have Elder Scrolls Online, which is finally coming to consoles, which really isn't enough to hold a press conference on its own. So that's why everyone is highly speculating for the next two big titles, Fallout 4 and motherfucking Skyrim sequel, Elder Scrolls. In other news, Titanfall 2 has been rumored and almost confirmed that it will no longer be an Xbox exclusive, meaning it will head for the other platforms, probably PC and PS4 in my guess. At the 2015 Technology, Internet, and Media Conference last Monday, EA CFO Blake Jorgensen spoke about the future of Titanfall. He says, "Last year it was on the Xbox only. In the future, we haven't yet announced, but we'll probably have another Titanfall game. It will probably be a bigger footprint than just a single platform, and I think that's a huge positive for us." I too think it's a positive because I have many friends who do not have an Xbox One that were very excited about Titanfall, who didn't get a chance to experience it. I mean, they have Xbox 360, but no one wants to play the cross-gen games because of the graphic disparity. I'm hoping that when Titanfall 2 eventually launches, that it's more content-driven. I feel like when Titanfall initially launched on the Xbox One and the 360, that it was very sparse on single-player content. Sure, it was a multiplayer-based game, but story mode and the like were very, how you say, terrible? I felt like they launched the game with bare bones content and then they nickel and dime motherfuckers to death with the DLC. Now, of course, DLC grew the game to what it is now today, but when I started playing it, I was into it for like 3 or 4 days straight. Like, I was crazy about it. And then I lost interest, and I haven't literally played it since it launched. So I think that it would be smart for Respawn when they launch Titanfall 2 to launch it with some serious single-player content, because not everybody wants to hop into a multiplayer game every time they play a game. I don't give a fuck. I just want to play some single-player shit sometimes, and that's what I want. So do that, Respawn. Do some things. Star Wars news. The biggest news of the day, I feel, is from MakingStarWars.net. There's a ton of rumors for Star Wars Battlefront 3, you could say, but they're calling it just Star Wars Battlefront, kind of a reboot of the series. This game is probably one of the biggest, most anticipated games for me for 2015. Star Wars Battlefronts 1 and 2 were some of the best games I've ever played. We know that DICE is balls deep in development with that, which could mean good and bad things. What I'm afraid it could mean is we're getting just a reskin of Battlefield with Star Wars skins on it, which I'm not okay with, because to me, and I could be in the minority of this, but I've read a lot of people didn't play it this way, but I play Battlefront third person, and that was the way to play it. That's the way we played it. But a lot of people are like, no, I played that first person, and fine, have your first person element, but please give me my third person. I obviously, from the footage they showed at E3 last year, the minimal footage, mind you, it looked like their vehicle traversal is third person, and I'm afraid that all your soldier traversal is going to be first person, which I guess I could deal with, but I don't want to deal with it. So they say the entire game is going to span the at least elements of the entire Star Wars saga. And obviously, it will feature segments in which you play the good and evil portions. You're going to play the Old Republic, you're going to play the Rebellion and the New Republic, and you're also going to play as a Separatist and the Empire. Rumors that you're going to play some segments of the campaign in which take place between Return of the Jedi and Episode 7. Rumored the last section of the game is going to take place during and after the opening segment of The Force Awakens Episode 7. Don't expect anything too revealing because obviously the movie comes out December 18th. The game's probably going to come out November, and knowing J.J. Abrams and his secrecy, he's not going to want a lot of shit slip. EA and the studio DICE was supposedly allowed into Pinewood Studios while they were shooting Episode 7 to capture set pieces and props and to digitally recreate them in the games. The scale of multiplayer is supposed to be incredible with up to 32 players on each faction. I'm assuming that's going to be online. I'm hoping that with bots included, that the number could be even larger. The downside to some of the rumors is that they're saying that the DLC plan for the Battlefront 3 is supposed to be very aggressive, with up to 5 packs, DLC packs coming out intermittently after the game's release. I don't know. I think that's okay in the sense that Episode 7 is going to be coming out in December, so you're not going to want to put a lot of spoilery content for Episode 7 in your game when it launches. So they're probably going to have a lot of that be DLC after the movie comes out, which is fine. I can deal with that. But god damn it, don't give me DLC that already has content that's in my game when I buy it. Don't nickel and dime me. It upsets me and it upsets the world. Something else that came out of last week on GameInformer.com, game director for Crystal Dynamics sat down with Game Informer and spilled some juicy tidbits on the new Tomb Raider. Horton says that while the game is still going to feature supernatural elements like the original Tomb Raider reboot had, we're going to take characters through Siberia this time. The game will feature a dynamic day and night cycle with an adaptive weather system in place, which will allow for certain animals to appear at certain times. Certain different threats will appear within different weather variations. It's going to be it's going to be interesting. I'm hoping for some digital titties to bounce around, you know what I'm saying? In fucking Lara Croft. No, I don't care about that. I don't care about titties. The upgrade system is set to return, only this time it'll be a little bit more advanced, as it should be. Horton also says besides Siberia, they're going to have a secondary area that players can traverse to, only right now known as the Oasis, which will be notably different than the snowy terrain of Siberia to kind of break up the monotony of the white washed out things and add some different terrain elements to the game. Yes. Rise of Tomb Raider, which is slated to come out later this year, is a timed Xbox exclusive coming out cross-gen for Xbox One and Xbox 360. And then later down the road will come out on other platforms such as PC and PlayStation 4. Not a lot for notable releases coming out this week, but we do have a big title that was revealed at E3 last year. We've got The Order coming out, PlayStation 4 exclusive. Comes out this Friday, February 20th. So if you got yourself a PlayStation 4 and you want to play one of the hottest action-adventure titles that's coming out this season, snag that shit. It's a game that takes place in Victorian era London. You play with some futuristic weapons and you fuck up some monster shit. Blow up some monsters. I'm gonna check it out. You check it out, maybe we'll play some PS4 together. What do you think? Yes, yes. Based on that note, I also was contemplating the notion, while we're on the topic of Victoria era London, how awesome would it be to, if someone developed a Jack the Ripper game where you traverse the streets of Whitechapel slaughtering hookers, or you were hunting down said hooker slaughterer. I feel like that would be a great game. Does anyone agree with me? Is anyone twisted enough to want to murder hookers? Grand Theft Auto? But more so, stabbing them in the gut. Would you play that? Would you stab some hookers in this shit? Oh yeah. All right, guys, that's it for episode 2, Pixel Mondays of the Boss Battle Show. Are you guys excited about Battlefront? Are you gonna be pissed? Are you gonna kill Ewoks if there's no third-person mode? Join me in the massacre. Check out Wednesday for episode 3. See you later.